Imagine if tomorrow, scientists announced they'd detected something that could rewrite everything we know about our place in the universe. Well, that tomorrow might be closer than you think. In the last few months, astronomers have picked up radio signals from Proxima Centauri that don't match any natural phenomenon we've ever seen. And the implications? They're absolutely mind-blowing. What if I told you that these signals repeat with mathematical precision? What if I told you they only appear when Earth is in direct line of sight? The scientific community is divided. Governments are watching closely, and some of the world's top physicists are saying this could be the most significant discovery in human history. It started in late 2024 at the Parkes Observatory in Australia. A routine scan of our nearest stellar neighbour, Proxima Centauri, just 4.24 light-years away, revealed something extraordinary. Dr. Sarah Chen, the lead astronomer on duty that night, almost dismissed it as interference, but something made her look twice. The signal wasn't random noise. It pulsed at 982.7 MHz with a pattern that repeated every 11.3 seconds. But here's what made her blood run cold. Buried within that signal were mathematical sequences, prime numbers, the building blocks of mathematics that any advanced civilization would recognize. Within hours, observatories across 3 continents confirmed it. This wasn't equipment failure. This wasn't Earth-based interference. This was real. But Proxima Centauri isn't just any star. It hosts at least 2 planets, including Proxima b, a rocky world in the habitable zone where liquid water could exist. Scientists have long speculated about the possibility of life there, but this signal changes everything. We're not just wondering anymore. We might be listening to an answer. The signal's characteristics are unlike anything we've encountered. Natural cosmic phenomena like pulsars and magnetars produce regular signals, but they're predictable, consistent. This signal varies, it adapts. When our radio telescopes point directly at it, the signal strengthens. When we look away, it fades. It's almost as if something is aware we're listening. Dr. Marcus Way from the SETI Institute put it bluntly. In 30 years of searching for extraterrestrial intelligence, I've never seen anything remotely like this. Either we're witnessing a completely unknown astrophysical phenomenon, or we're receiving a directed transmission from an intelligent source. Here's where it gets even stranger. Teams at MIT began analysing the mathematical patterns embedded in the signal. What they found was shocking. The sequences don't just contain prime numbers, they contain what appears to be basic arithmetic, geometric ratios, and even what some researchers believe might be a representation of the Pythagorean theorem. This isn't random cosmic noise. This is structured information. This is communication. Governments around the world are taking notice. NASA has redirected several deep space observation assets toward Proxima Centauri. The European Space Agency has fast-tracked funding for new radio telescope arrays. China's FAST telescope, the largest single-dish radio telescope in the world, is now dedicating significant time to monitoring this signal around the clock. But here's the question that's keeping scientists awake at night. If this is a message, what is it saying? And more importantly, should we respond? The scientific community is deeply divided. Some argue that we must exercise extreme caution. Broadcasting our presence to an unknown intelligence could be catastrophic. We have no idea what their intentions might be, what their capabilities are, or how they would react to discovering us. Others argue the opposite. If they're transmitting to us, they already know we're here. The signal appears to be directional, aimed at our solar system. Perhaps they've been watching us for years, decades, even centuries. Perhaps this is an invitation, a hand extended across the cosmic void. Professor Michio Kaku, the renowned theoretical physicist, has been following this discovery closely. He suggests that any civilization capable of sending detectable signals across 4.24 light-years would likely be hundreds or thousands of years more advanced than us. The energy requirements alone would demand technology far beyond our current capabilities. Think about it. The signal has been travelling for over 4 years to reach us. That means it was sent in 2020. What were they responding to? What did they see that made them reach out? Some researchers have a chilling theory. Our radio and television broadcasts have been leaking into space for over a century. They ripple outward at the speed of light, a growing sphere of human noise expanding through the galaxy. Proxima Centauri would have started receiving our earliest transmissions in the early 1920s. By 2020, they would have received everything up to 2016. Every broadcast, every signal, every digital whisper we've sent into the cosmos. They know we're here. They've been listening to us. And now, they're talking back. The implications are staggering. This isn't just about confirming we're not alone in the universe. We've already suspected that. This is about active communication with an intelligent civilization. This is first contact, unfolding in real time. But there's another layer to this mystery that few are talking about publicly. The signal isn't constant. It appears in bursts, separated by periods of silence. Some bursts last minutes, others last hours. And the pattern of these bursts? It's changing, evolving. In January 2025, researchers noticed something remarkable. The signal started incorporating new mathematical sequences, ones that seemed to mirror the responses we were sending back. Yes, despite the warnings, despite the debates, some scientists have been transmitting back. Not officially, not through government channels, but through private observatories, amateur astronomers with powerful equipment, individuals who believe humanity has a right to respond. And whoever or whatever is at Proxima Centauri appears to be listening. The signal is adapting, incorporating elements of human mathematics, our number systems, our scientific constants. It's learning from us even as we're learning from it. This raises a profound question. Are we witnessing the birth of interstellar dialogue? Are we, right now, in these very moments, establishing the first conversation between two intelligent species separated by the void of space? The scientific papers are piling up. Theories are being proposed and debated. Some suggest this could be an automated probe, an artificial intelligence left behind by an ancient civilization. Others believe we're dealing with living beings, possibly biological, possibly something entirely different that we can't even imagine. The radio frequencies being used are particularly intriguing. The 982.7 MHz band is close to the hydrogen line, a frequency that astronomers have long believed would be an obvious choice for interstellar communication. Hydrogen is the most abundant element in the universe. Any civilization with radio technology would recognize its significance. This suggests intention. This suggests sophistication. This suggests that whoever is transmitting understands that we would be listening at these frequencies. As of now, the signal continues. Everyday observatories around the world monitor it, record it, analyze it. Teams of linguists, mathematicians, physicists, and computer scientists are working around the clock, trying to decode its meaning, trying to understand its purpose. But perhaps the most unsettling aspect of this entire discovery is what it means for humanity's future. We've spent our entire existence as a species believing we were alone, or at least isolated. We've fought wars, built civilizations, created art and music and literature, all within the bubble of human experience. Now that bubble has been popped. We're not alone. We're not isolated. Someone out there, just 4 light years away, is aware of us. They're watching. They're listening. They're reaching out. How we respond to this moment will define our species for generations to come. Do we embrace this contact? Do we fear it? Do we ignore it and hope it goes away? One thing is certain. The universe just got a lot smaller and a lot more crowded. And whatever happens next, whatever this signal ultimately means, humanity will never be the same. The discovery from Proxima Centauri isn't just about finding alien life. It's about confronting our place in a cosmos that's far more alive, far more connected, and far more mysterious than we ever imagined. The message is out there, repeating, evolving, waiting for us to truly understand. And the clock is ticking, because every response we send, every signal we transmit, takes 4 years to reach them, and every reply they send takes 4 years to reach us. This is a conversation in slow motion, a dialogue stretched across space and time. But it's happening. Right now. First contact isn't some distant future possibility. It's here, it's real, and it's changing everything. Let's talk about what this signal actually looks like when scientists break it down. The data is incredibly complex. The initial burst lasts exactly 11.3 seconds, then there's a gap of 4.7 seconds of silence, then another burst, but this time it's slightly different. The frequency shifts by exactly 0.3 megahertz, then back to the original frequency. This pattern repeats for hours, sometimes days, before it changes again. Dr. Jennifer Walsh, a cryptographer who previously worked with the NSA, was brought in to analyze the signal's structure. She spent months looking for patterns, trying to find meaning in what appears to be organized chaos. Her findings are remarkable. The signal contains layers, multiple streams of information transmitted simultaneously on slightly different frequencies, all woven together like a complex tapestry. She describes it like this. Imagine trying to listen to 10 different conversations happening at once in a language you don't understand, but slowly realizing that all 10 conversations are actually parts of one larger message. That's what we're dealing with here. This isn't a simple greeting. This is sophisticated, multi-layered communication from beings who clearly understand information theory at a level we're only beginning to grasp. The technology required to generate such a signal is staggering. To transmit a detectable radio signal across 4.24 light-years requires enormous power. We're talking about energy outputs that dwarf anything humanity has ever created. Some estimates suggest that the transmitter would need to harness energy equivalent to a significant fraction of their star's output. This is Kardashev-scale technology, the kind of capability that places a civilization at levels we've only theorized about. What does this tell us about them? They have energy to spare. They have technology that operates at scales we can barely imagine. And they chose to use that technology to reach out to us. That's not an accident. That's a decision, a deliberate choice to make contact. But why now? Why, after potentially thousands or millions of years of existence, would they choose this moment to contact us? Some scientists believe the answer lies in our own technological development. Over the past century, humanity has gone from horse-drawn carriages to landing rovers on Mars. We've split the atom, decoded the human genome, and sent signals into deep space. Perhaps they've been watching, waiting for us to reach a certain threshold of development before making contact. It's the zoo hypothesis in reverse. Instead of advanced civilizations hiding from us until we're ready, they've been observing, and now they've decided we've passed some critical test. We're ready for the conversation, or at least, they think we are. The global reaction to this discovery has been unlike anything we've seen before. When the news first broke, governments tried to keep it quiet, to control the narrative. But in the age of the internet, secrets like this don't stay hidden for long. Within weeks, leaked documents, amateur astronomers confirming the signal, and whistleblowers from multiple countries had made the discovery public knowledge. The response was immediate and divided. Religious leaders around the world grappled with the implications. Some embraced it as confirmation that God's creation extends far beyond Earth. Others struggled with how to reconcile their teachings with the existence of alien intelligence. The Vatican, surprisingly, was one of the first major religious institutions to release a statement, saying that the discovery of extraterrestrial intelligence doesn't contradict Catholic theology, and that all intelligent beings are part of God's creation. But not everyone is celebrating. Fear is a powerful motivator, and for many people, the idea of intelligent aliens actively communicating with us is terrifying. Online forums exploded with conspiracy theories. Some claim this is a hoax, a government psyop designed to unite humanity under a single world government. Others believe the signal is a warning, a message telling us to stay away, that we're entering dangerous territory. The stock markets reacted unpredictably. Aerospace and technology companies saw their values skyrocket as investors bet on a future of interstellar communication technology. Religious institutions and traditional organizations saw donations fluctuate wildly. The world economy didn't collapse, but it shifted, realigning itself around this new reality. Universities around the globe have scrambled to create new departments, new fields of study, focused entirely on understanding and communicating with this alien intelligence. Exolinguistics, a field that was largely theoretical, suddenly became the most sought-after degree program in the world. Students who once dreamed of becoming astronauts now dream of becoming the first humans to truly understand alien communication. The military implications are impossible to ignore. Every major world power is acutely aware that whoever establishes communication first, whoever cracks the code and understands what's being transmitted, gains an unprecedented advantage. The United States, China, Russia, and the European Union have all dramatically increased funding for radio astronomy and signal analysis. This isn't just science anymore. This is geopolitics on a cosmic scale. Private companies are getting involved too. Tech billionaires who once competed to build electric cars and social media platforms are now competing to build better receivers, more powerful transmitters, and artificial intelligence systems capable of processing alien communication. The race is on, and the prize is nothing less than becoming humanity's ambassador to the stars. But amid all the excitement, all the fear, all the political manoeuvring, there's something else happening. People are looking up at the night sky differently. For the first time in human history, when we gaze at the stars, we know with certainty that someone is looking back. That small red dwarf star, Proxima Centauri, barely visible to the naked eye, suddenly represents everything: hope, fear, curiosity, and the unknown, all racked into a single point of light. Parents are having conversations with their children about aliens that are radically different from the science fiction talks of previous generations. This isn't about whether aliens exist. This is about what they're like, what they want, and what it means for humanity's future. Schools are updating curricula in real time, trying to prepare the next generation for a universe that's fundamentally different from the one their parents grew up in. The philosophical implications are equally profound. For centuries, humans have asked fundamental questions about our place in the universe. Are we special? Are we alone? Do we have a cosmic purpose? This signal doesn't answer all those questions, but it reframes them entirely. We're not alone, but does that make us special or ordinary? If intelligent life exists just 4 light years away, how common is it throughout the galaxy? Are we rare? Or are we just one of millions, maybe billions, of civilizations scattered across the cosmos? Scientists are re-evaluating the Drake equation, the formula used to estimate the number of active, communicative extraterrestrial civilizations in our galaxy. The discovery of this signal dramatically changes several of the variables. If intelligent life exists at Proxima Centauri, the nearest star system, the statistical implications are staggering. It suggests that intelligent life might be far more common than we ever dared to hope. But there's a darker interpretation too. The Fermi paradox asks, if aliens are common, where are they? Why haven't we seen evidence of civilizations millions of years older than us? The Great Filter theory suggests that there's some barrier that prevents civilizations from advancing beyond a certain point. Maybe it's nuclear war, climate catastrophe, artificial intelligence gone wrong, or something we haven't even imagined yet. The signal from Proxima Centauri could be evidence that the Great Filter is behind us, that we've passed the most dangerous threshold. Or it could be evidence that we're approaching it. Perhaps they're warning us. Perhaps they're watching to see if we'll survive what's coming. Some researchers have noted something peculiar about the timing of the signal's intensification. It seems to correlate with major global events on Earth. When the COVID-19 pandemic hit, some analysis suggests the signal patterns changed. During major climate events, political upheavals, and technological breakthroughs, subtle variations appear in the transmission. It's as if they're responding to what they observe happening on our planet. This raises an uncomfortable question. How much do they know about us? How long have they been watching? Their radio telescopes could be powerful enough to detect our television and radio broadcasts, but could they see more? Could they observe our cities, our infrastructure, our military capabilities? The thought that we're being observed, studied, analysed by an intelligence we don't understand is both thrilling and deeply unsettling. The ethical debates are fierce. Multiple groups have already sent unauthorized responses to Proxima Centauri, bypassing official channels and government oversight. They believe that communication with alien intelligence is a fundamental right, not something that should be controlled by governments or scientific committees. Their messages range from mathematical proofs to digital representations of human art and music, even DNA sequences representing Earth's biodiversity. But others argue this is reckless. Dr. Stephen Hawking, before his death, warned against broadcasting our location to unknown intelligences. His concern was that any civilization capable of interstellar travel might view us the way European colonizers viewed indigenous populations, with potentially catastrophic results. The discovery of this signal makes that debate more urgent than ever. They know we're here, but should we be advertising our exact technological level, our capabilities, our vulnerabilities? The signal continues to evolve. In recent weeks, new elements have appeared that researchers can only describe as visual. By mapping the signal's frequency and amplitude variations over time, patterns emerge that resemble images. They're crude, pixelated, but unmistakably intentional. One pattern resembles a three-dimensional spiral, similar to a galaxy or DNA helix. Another looks like a star map, though identifying the specific stars has proven challenging. These visual elements suggest they're trying multiple forms of communication, adapting their approach to help us understand. There's speculation that they might be sending a primer, a kind of cosmic Rosetta Stone, designed to teach us their language, or at least establish common ground for future communication. Some of the mathematical sequences appear to build on each other, starting with simple concepts and gradually introducing more complex ideas. It's reminiscent of how we might teach mathematics to a child, starting with basic counting and slowly introducing addition, multiplication, and more abstract concepts. The psychological impact on the scientists working directly with this signal can't be overstated. Many describe feeling a sense of profound responsibility. They're the translators standing between humanity and an alien intelligence. The pressure is immense. Every decision about how to interpret the signal, every choice about whether and how to respond, could have consequences that echo through history. Dr. Chen, the astronomer who first detected the signal, has said in interviews that she sometimes lies awake at night wondering if she made the right choice in reporting it. What if this leads to something terrible? What if we're not ready? But then she reminds herself that the choice wasn't really hers to make. The signal was there. Someone was going to find it. At least now we have a chance to prepare, to think, to choose our response carefully. Time is both our enemy and our ally in this situation. The 8-year round-trip communication lag means we can't have a real-time conversation. Every exchange requires nearly a decade. This forces patience, deliberation, and careful thought. We can't make impulsive decisions when each message takes years to arrive and years to be answered. But it also means that whatever they sent in 2020, whatever prompted this first contact, happened years ago. The situation on their end could be completely different now. They might have sent a greeting from a thriving civilization that has since faced catastrophe, or the reverse. Every signal we receive is a message from the past, a snapshot of who they were, not necessarily who they are. As we stand at this crossroads in human history, one thing becomes clear. We can't ignore this. The signal from Proxima Centauri demands a response, whether through official channels or the collective choice of humanity to engage or withdraw. But withdrawal isn't really an option anymore. The signal is public knowledge. Amateur astronomers can detect it. Anyone with the right equipment can listen. The conversation has begun whether we're officially ready or not. What happens next will depend on choices made in laboratories, government offices, and living rooms around the world. Do we respond with mathematics, the universal language we assume any technological civilization would understand? Do we send music, art, expressions of human culture and emotion? Do we send information about ourselves, or do we ask questions about them? Do we approach this with hope and openness, or caution and suspicion? These aren't just questions for scientists and leaders. These are questions for all of us. Because this discovery, this signal from across the void, belongs to everyone. It's humanity's to reckon with, to interpret, to respond to. We are, all of us, witnesses to the most significant moment in human history. The moment we learned we're not alone. the moment we realize the universe is listening, and the moment we have to decide who we want to be when we finally answer back.